Hey Power Seekers, welcome back to the channel.
If you're new here, I'm Stray Heidelberg, and this is a space where we dive deep into the pursuit of power and personal growth. Now I know the idea of power might sound unusual in today's context, but let me break it down. For me, power isn't just about muscles or wealth, it's about mastering the game of life. It's the ability to do, create, and achieve. Imagine building a pirate ship in a month. That takes not just resources, but leadership, strategy, and influence. Now, I'm not here to boast. I've simply eliminated two things from my life: fear and desire. I operate on clear-headed thinking, ambition, and determination. Think of characters like Azula from Avatar, Lucy, or even Elle from Death Note. Driven, clear thinking, and somewhat psychopathic in their pursuit. Why am I sharing all of this on social media? Because right now, defeating the algorithm is the most powerful thing I can do. It's my strategy, just like the mechanical contraptions I build. Speaking of which, that's where my skills lie, and that's why you'll see a lot of build content around here. So buckle up, because on this channel, we're not just building contraptions, we're building power. If you're intrigued by ambition, clarity, and the pursuit of something more, you're in the right place. Now let's dive in to today's quest for power.
Okay, as of recording this, it's been a while since I've made a video. What's happened? Well, I did the pizza endeavor. I went and tried to give away free pizza to see if I can rally some support. And I got a couple pizzas given away, and I made like 20 bucks. But it wasn't like what I need in order to get to Serbia. So then I started working at Walmart, and I don't think anything super eventful has happened other than I've been working at Walmart and trying to figure out like a faster way, and also dealing with the deadline that like Pyro wants me out in like a week from now. So and I don't have enough money to like go get some other place, so probably just gonna be sleeping out of my car on the streets working at Walmart. Anyways, trying to figure out a way I can make some more income, and so anyways, I'll just show you what I have in the back here. You can't see it. The sun is in the wrong spot for this. It's a trailer. It's a Harbor Freight trailer. I got it for $125. Both of the wheels look good. It's very old, but I'm gonna unload that now at Pyro's shop back there. My plan, and I should say this for the record, is I wanted to buy it for as cheap as possible. $125 was as low as I could get, and then I want to sell it for as much as I can get for it. So yeah, basically that's the plan. I'm gonna try to refurbish it, and then, or repair it, whatever. Then I'm gonna try to sell it and hopefully make some money. The idea is basically buy low, sell high. Wanna basically find a trailer that someone doesn't really need that much, take it, try to make some improvement onto it, and then give it to someone who needs it more than that person. Hopefully by doing that, we create some sort of value in the world, and that value will be put into physical, tangible currency, aka money. That's the scientific definition of the word, but it's basically I'm buying this thing, I'm gonna flip it, and I'm gonna try to sell it. I gotta get this thing unloaded and get to work, but just wanted to say that's the plan, so that if this fails miserably, you guys can watch it in 4K fail miserably, and if it works gloriously, you guys will get to watch that in 4K as well. So Just for the record, I got a trailer in the back, and I'm gonna try to flip it. Wish me luck. Alright guys, so I just woke up. Here's kind of the plan. It's the next day after I got the trailer. I'm gonna go out there right now. I got an hour before I gotta go to work. I'm gonna try to work on the trailer as much as I can. And then I'm gonna head to work. When I'm at work, on my lunch break, I'm gonna go and buy some more materials to finish up, come back home tonight, and then I'm going to try to build the rest of the trailer. It'll be dark, so I won't be able to take pictures, but the next day I'll take some pictures in the morning in some like natural lighting, and then post it. So let's get out there.
Okay, I think that stopped recording when the alarm went off. I gotta go inside now, but if I can get ready to go for work. But look at this. Oh, you can't see really, but the wire is like stuck in here. Well, I learned something about welding today. Come on, push, little thingy, push. I can't get the wire out. Is there a way to replace this head or something? Nah, you gotta buy a whole new machine, I bet. Damn. Damn it. It's just not happening. I feel like what happened was I stuck it and welded it, and it probably just welded itself up the metal tube. I don't know if that's even possible, but like it's not pushing itself out. I've messed it up. I don't know. Maybe you could like buy a new handle or something. I didn't get all the welds done. I got most of this one done, so I could probably bolt on the rest, I guess. Oh, and the angle grinding disc is breaking as well. Okay. Well, that's unfortunate, guys, because I don't have enough money to buy a new welder. Or a new whatever the heck. What even happened? I don't even know what happened. That's what's stupid, is not knowing what happened. Now I can't prevent it from happening again. Oh, interesting. Well, I don't want to get like super frustrated or anything like that. It happened. Hold on.
Ugh. I don't want to like break everything that Pyro has. I guess I'm gonna have to bolt these on. What sucks is that I wanted to use this welder more. Well, the welder is good. Now I'm gonna have to just bolt everything together, and that's gonna take a long time. Probably not gonna look as nice. I mean, it's whatever. I gotta go. Did I get done as much as I thought as I wanted to get done? No. Because when I come back, I'm gonna have to mount this, mount that, mount the other guy, mount the metal, clean everything, paint everything. I feel so underproductive. Like all I did today was break a welder and put 2 angle irons in and take off the plywood. Oh well. That's about how much I get done in one sitting of a video anyways, so alright guys, that's gonna be it for now. I'll hopefully cut back to tonight in the shop when I'm gonna show Pyro this is broken and see if I can work on this some more.
Bro, I'm in Walmart right now. Tell me why we've had no customers in the auto service center for like the past 2 hours. Everybody's gone. Look. Everybody is gone. I'm the only person here. I'm just here.
Alright guys, so after a lot of stressing throughout the work day, wondering about how in the world, what I'm going to do about the broken nozzle for the welder, I'll try to show you guys basically what happened. So the welding nozzle is supposed to be about like this long. I cut it with the angle grinder in like little pieces. I cut a little bit off and the tip didn't come out. So I cut a little bit more and the tip didn't come out. So I cut a little bit more, like panicking, and the tip didn't come out. And so like I cut off a bunch of different pieces. That's just one small piece. Here's another small piece. And yeah, I cut off like probably about this much, you know, about that much of it. It looks like it still welds. After doing a bunch of research and thinking about it, apparently there's the inside of this thing, that little circle on the inside, you can just like unscrew that. And then you just like tap it out and it's fine. Pyro's on his motorcycle back there. I didn't know that, but immediately when I came back, that's the first thing I did. The nozzle seems to still weld. I'm sure it's supposed to have a full nozzle on there, probably, because that's how it was designed. But we don't have that anymore. That's one of those expensive learning experiences. I just put a weld on this, and go ahead and just I'd say, here, let me show you. This is the weld I just put on it. This is the one I first did, like the initial test when it was still good. This is the one I just did. Pretty similar. Hard to tell. I'd say it probably penetrated. I think it'll be at least a good enough weld for what I'm doing. Anyways, I was looking up the prices of one of these, and it's like 80 bucks.
So it's like, I don't have any money right now, by the way, guys. I have like $10 in my pocket. That's all the money in the world that I have. Because I bought this trailer. The reason that I bought this trailer, even though I didn't have money, is because it's a really good deal on the trailer. And hopefully that I could turn it. And I thought I'd probably be able to at least stretch into my first paycheck at Walmart, and then I'll be like okay. But it's cutting it pretty tight, so I don't have the money to replace one of these right now, or to buy a welding machine or whatever. And this whole idea that I had about flipping trailers was that I need a welder. Though I saw now, Pyro showed me that he also has a stick welder that might work. I'm not sure, but he has like a bunch of welding equipment. Apparently, he just has that. So this seems to still work for now. Now I know the secret to not breaking it. As long as it keeps working and it doesn't destroy itself because I destroyed the nozzle, we might actually be able to continue using this. So, okay, I need to unplug that because it's drawing power that it doesn't. So I unplugged it. There, now it finally turned off. Yeah. Nightmare averted. Crisis averted. The welder seems to still work. So, the plan for tonight is I'm going to pull the trailer in, weld the rest of it, clean it up a bit, paint it. Yeah. I want to get that all done tonight. I'm probably not going to record all of that, unfortunately, for you guys, because I'm planning on being out here for like 3 hours. I already recorded like an hour of me out here, and I'm sure you guys don't want to sit through all that. Maybe I'll do a time lapse. We'll see.
Alright guys, after that little time lapse, you can kind of see, I only took a partial time lapse of the painting. If you look at the time lapse, you'll notice I missed a few spots. I went back over those. I spent a good, 2 or 3 times more time than that, just going over them all. You can see here, this is kind of what it's looking like. Looking like a trailer, right? Sorry if it's a little shaky cam for you, but kind of hard to get a good view of it in the shop, but yeah, there it is. And I think it looks better. I think it looks better than the old one did. That might be a personal preference. I mean, it looks cleaner, I feel like. This old wood, this stuff, this stuff is kind of rotten, or not, probably not even rotten. It was probably fine. I'm not a wood scientist, okay? But it just didn't look good being on there. And frankly, unless I put brand spanking new, super nice 2x4s and I made a perfect wooden deck on it, it's probably not going to look good having just wood on it. In fact, when I sold my teardrop trailer, a lot of people were like, why doesn't the wood have a coating? It's well, it's a clear coat, guys. But I'm sure that it turned a lot of people away because they were probably like, it's not waterproofed. Oh no. And so I was gonna leave this just like metal, but I coated it because I knew, or at least my prediction was that people were gonna be like, it's just silver. It's just tin. That's not good. That's just rubbish. That's rubbish. Grommet. And so I painted it. Okay, so now it's shiny, and people will be like, ooh, shiny. That's my... It's upsetting because it's well, guys, actually it looks a little... I feel like it would have looked nicer if it was just with just the metal. And the metal is it's metal. It will rust. That stuff is rusted over there a little bit, but that's I don't know, whatever. Beats me, guys. The whole idea was basically just trying to make it look nice. What's that? Get off of there. Just trying to make it look nice. Just trying to make it look like it's actually finished and not just a piece of junk. The thing that I got from the other guy, originally, this was just red and old. You could tell the paint was super old and the wood was super old. But now it looks like it just got a brand new paint job, because it did. Or it looks like it just got washed. Now it's all shiny and nice looking and a nice neutral color, black. And that's what most trailers you buy at the stores are going to be nowadays. They're going to be that color. So hopefully we'll attract some people with it being shiny and looking nice. And one thing I wanted to do is I didn't want to just take this trailer and post it for the same exact trailer without doing anything to it. I thought about it, just taking the same trailer, don't do anything to it. I got it for $125, and then I just post it for $250, and I double I make double the money, but I just didn't do anything to it. I thought about doing that, but I kind of felt like that was immoral or unethical to do. For one, it just felt kind of wrong or cheating. Oh, I just bought this for a super cheap price. I did nothing to it, and now I'm gonna sell it for more. So I didn't want to post this up there. I felt if the guy who sold it to me, he was an older guy, like an old man, like a grandpa. If he saw that, he'd probably be like, oh, that's so unfair or something like that. And I didn't want to like be mean. I know that probably doesn't play a huge factor in all this, but I definitely was considering that. And the whole like concept was like, I'm gonna take this trailer that's like trash and rubbish and nobody wants it, and it's, you know, I'm getting a super low price for it. Like it's a, like the analogy I use, it's a hammer that's in the gutter, a rusty old hammer in the gutter that nobody wants, and everybody walks past it all the time, every day. I'm gonna take it out of the gutter, dust it off, clean it, and then put it in the hands of someone who wants it and create value in the world. That's kind of the idea. So I took this, somebody didn't want it. They were willing to give me a really low price on it, $125. And now I scrubbed it all up, shined it all up, make it look nice, and try to like present it out into the world and get it into the hands of somebody who can use something like this. So hopefully creating some value in the world and making a physical exchange of the currency manifest it. I feel like it's like when you talk about your muscle, it's like, oh, you know, your arm, your bicep. But it's like people will say like your triadical logical nerve. And it's like the mathematical, it's the Latin term. It's like technically what we're doing is we're trading, bartering, and creating value in the world by putting one thing into another place where like we buy low, sell high, we find something that's like worth nothing here, and we use the road and network system to be able to, like the blood flow of a human body, circulate it to the other necessary part where it creates value. It's like, so we can go through the technical terms of it, which I like to do, but really it's just like we're trying to make cash. Street slang, trying to make some cash, trying to stack cash here. Anyways, here's my predictions. All right, I painted this thing up, made it look as nice as I can. I'm gonna post it just like this for now. If it doesn't get sold in a while, I might try to do something else to it, like get registration for it, like a license plate for it, whatever. Maybe put some headlights on it. Maybe put like a beaver tail on the end of it, like a gate that drops down so that you can like a ramp to get up onto it. Something like that to just try to make it a little bit nicer so someone will actually want it. But the idea is I'm going to post this tomorrow as it is now, and just hope that somebody will see it and be like, that's a handsome looking trailer, pretty sturdy, made out of metal, you know, welded together. It's a nice neutral color. It's black, color everybody could like, you know. Good tires. You'd have to pay $400 at Harbor Freight, and they wouldn't even come with a registration or license or whatever, which is the truth. I can't remember how it all works. It's convoluted. Anyways, guys, I don't want to keep you too long. My predictions on this are, I'm going to try to sell it for $250 and try to double what I paid for it. I'm going to go and check the prices, what the current prices for these things are going for, like currently on Craigslist the day of, and maybe adjust my price a little bit. If I could get like $300 for it, that'd be cool. The problem is a lot of people that are getting these, they want them to be like dirt cheap. Okay, so somebody's gonna ask me, hey, can I have that for $125? It's like, well, I paid $125 for it, so you're not getting it for $125, okay, buddy? So like these trailers commonly go for like really like cheap, like $100, $200, $300, $400, in that range. I try to make mine look as nice as possible. $250 is a reason. It's up there. I would like to sell it for like $150 or something like that, okay? But $250, I'll make $125 profit, or really more like $100 profit. A lot of work to make $100 on the side. I don't want to think about that, okay? I want to keep the momentum going, okay? I want to be like, whoa, I flipped the trailer. We got $250 now. Let's buy a $250 trailer. We'll flip that. And then we'll sell that, you know? And we'll just keep flipping trailers. and we'll just like keep doubling our money. Bigger and bigger trailer each time. We have a welder, we have scrap metal. I work at the Walmart Automotive Center, so I know where to get tires. Although they're like super expensive, so I might have to find a different place, but whatever. So my predictions of this are, I really hope I flip it and make at least a little bit of profit. I'll even take $50 of profit at this point, just to say I made something and I got a return on my money. Just to stay above, whatever. But I'd like $250 for it, so I can get $100 profit. Anyways, that's probably all the update I can say for now. I mean, the only thing I'd say right now is definitely skeptical on whether or not this will actually sell, and whether or not it'll be a decent price, and whether or not this trailer flipping idea will actually work. I have the basic concept in mind, and there's 100 different reasons why I haven't tried this already in the past, but let's just say, we're here, we're now, we're gonna have to work with what we got. I think this could work. If I keep applying pressure on it, I could keep flipping trailers, and I might be able to make the $7,000 I need to go to Serbia in a reasonable amount of time. And more than that, honestly, get enough money so I can pay to get my tooth fixed, because it's starting to hurt. So I got like a cavity in my tooth. I've had it in there for like a year and a half at this point. So there's a lot of reasons I could use the money. So guys, I'm trying my hardest to make money. I'm trying my hardest to make power, whatever I can do. I've been on this earth 24 years. I'm just taking the techniques that I've seen and heard about on documentaries and tried out in my own life, and I'm trying to apply them and make something for myself. If it doesn't work out, oh well, like I did my best. But all right guys, I'm gonna leave you with that. So I think I don't know if this is just gonna be a really long video or what's gonna happen, so just that's all I have to say about this portion. All right, so as you saw, I was talking with the guy, inspecting, and I tried to get a little bit of it on video, but wasn't really able to. I don't like trying to shove cameras in people's faces or anything, so I just kind of was like, I'll try to get something. I didn't really get anything great, but I'm gonna take some inventory. So this here is the little trailer I'm trying to sell, hopefully to get like $250 for it, which is, it's kind of high. It's kind of like wishful thinking. Then we got this other trailer, which is a lot bigger in size, that's for sure. I bought it for, I can't remember exactly, but I think it was $200. And these tires, they have leaks around the beads because they're old and they went flat. But they aired them up for me and sent me on my way. I didn't see anything else other than just the beads issue, but I was like, I looked it up, could cost anywhere between 20 and 60 bucks just to get that repaired. So I asked if I could take the trailer for $50 less because of that, and he was like, okay, sounds okay. So we ended up making a deal. Got that trailer over there. Let's see, can we see both of them? There's that one, and then there's that one. So a little bit of a size difference, The other one's probably about twice as big, which is kind of what I was going for. If I sell this for $250 and I buy this with that money for $250 and then I flip this for like $500, so the idea is I want to be trying to like double my money each time I make a trade. But now I got to deck this out. I gotta try to do whatever I can to make it nice. Like you can see here, like kind of metal dented, stuff like that. Nails sticking out everywhere. I don't know if you can really see those, but anyways, obviously got to do something about the tires. This tire is actually a lot better than the other tire. The other tire is like worn a lot more, which is interesting. It's also a bit cracked from the weather, but it should still last for a decent bit of time. Also got to make a floor for it, and honestly what I would like to do is make a cage for it like I did with the other one, just and then put a floor in, and then do like a beaver tail coming off of it, which is just a gate basically that you can pull up machines onto it, like lawnmowers, motorcycles, four-wheelers, stuff like that. That's what I would like to do with it. I'd like to, but I don't know, we're gonna have to see what the budget and time is. Basically, we might end up just knocking it out, putting a floor on it, and as long as I can find the metal, there's really no reason not to put like a cage around it. It makes it look a lot nicer, and it adds a lot more utility to it for not much effort. So I think it's worth it. I think it's worth for a trailer this size. Now we're getting into a little bit more serious territory here. For a trailer this size, I'm thinking I've had a trailer bigger than this before, back in the day when I built a tiny house, and it was a dually, so it had like 2 tires on each side for a total of 4 tires on the trailer. So it's not the biggest trailer that I've had, but it's the biggest trailer I've had on this trailer flipping endeavor that I've been trying to do to get to Serbia before I get kicked out of the place I'm at now. Basically, the story is I'm crashing at my friend's house, and we kind of have negotiated like a timeline of like when they like want me out of here, and I could just go and like rent my own place, but that's like $1,000 a month. I mean, cheapest I probably could get is like $500 or $600 a month, but it's just a lot, and I'm trying to get to Serbia as fast as I can. What's in Serbia, you ask? That's a great question. So basically, the answer I tell people is usually, well, I have a friend down there, or I have family down there, or I have a friend who I want to get together with and do some work with. And those are all not too far from the truth. I don't go around telling people that my girlfriend is there. My girlfriend that I met online is there, because then they start asking questions like, oh, it's online, are you sure it's not a catfish? Are you sure she's not fake? And it's like, I've been video calling her for like 2 years now, so I'm pretty darn certain she's not fake. I've like met her entire family, like it's I've video called with her entire family, like and then like, well, why are you going down there? Okay, well, the reason is because out of everybody in the entire planet, myself, if we can count myself, and my girlfriend are the only 2 people that believe in my vision, or just believe in me. And so I'm gonna go down there, and hopefully we'll get together as a team, and we will try to make something happen over there. I don't know, probably start a business or something. Hopefully try to get our own place, and like just somewhere cheap that we can stay for a bit, and then try to make some money any way that we can. Try to people understand money when I say money, but my concept is basically I'm just trying to become as powerful as possible, and power comes in all ways, shapes, and forms. But basically what my plan for trying to get more power is to go and join forces with the one person who's on my side. Allies have to stick together, and I don't see any reason why, like, I could try to start a business like I'm doing here, basically like flipping trailers or something in America. I'm sure I could probably do that, but I know it's going to be better if I have someone who believes in me by my side, working with me, because we basically double our forces. So I'm trying to get down to them. That's the long story of it. And I'm trying to get down to them before I get kicked out of my friend's place, because then it's gonna cripple me a bit. It's gonna be like a penalty. Yeah, sure, I'll probably be able to make it work, but it's like, then I'll be paying an extra $1,000 a month for rent, or I'll be like sleeping out of my car if I don't want to pay rent. You know, I'm working at Walmart right now, so I only make, and I want to be clear here, because I commented that I said that I worked at Walmart in one of my videos, and somebody was like, why don't you just get a job? And it's like, I work at Walmart. I already have a job. I work full-time. So it's like, just updating you there. I work at Walmart. I have a job. I have a real job. Okay, guys. I was working at this painting job at the last place I was at Jake Make's house with the Minas, and they kept acting like I didn't have a job. They're like, you don't want to work a job? It's like, guys, I have a job. It's just a part-time job, and whatever. So I don't think they understand the concept of like what a job is. That's fine. Anyways, so I have a Walmart job, which is a better job than I had at the Minas. Just wanted to make that clear for the record. Everybody gonna be like, why are you flipping trailers? Why are you trying to get to Serbia? Why are you trying to do it in 2 weeks? Why do you need $7,000 in 2 weeks? I'm trying to do it in 2 weeks because that's when my friend wants me gone. Out of courtesy, that's when I'm gonna leave. I asked him if I could stay longer. He might, if I make some success with these trailers, maybe he will. Pyro, if you're listening. But the reason I need $7,000, plane ticket, they need proof that I have a plane ticket there and back. So when I go to the border, I need to show them proof that I have a plane ticket there and back. That's $1,300 in that area, roughly. Then I can only stay there for 90 days, unless I like get some sort of weird visa or whatever. But they let visitors stay there for 90 days. So I'm going to go down there for 90 days, 3 months. I think that's my goal. Is honestly, I want to go down there and try to make $1 million before I have to fly back. I know that sounds like a lot. I know people like, I've asked people before, they like, how long do you think it would take to make $1 million? They'd say like, oh, I don't know, like years. Well, I want to try to do it in 3 months. I believe it could be possible. So basic plan is stay there for 90 days. Well, they make you have proof of like sufficient funds. I think the price is 50 euros a day or $57 a day, something like that. And so that adds up to about $6,000 or $7,000 in total for the duration that I would be staying there. So that's why that's the amount of money that I came up with. Anyways, and that's why I'm going to Serbia, and that's why I'm trying to do it and trying to come up with $7,000 in 2 weeks. There's some details. If you guys have any other questions, let me know. Yes, I am working a job as I'm also trying to flip these trailers. Currently, let's see, as of buying this trailer, I currently have I think $50 to my name right now in pocket. So gonna go from 50 to 7,000. All right, anyways, that's the update. I gotta continue with the day. I gotta go do some stuff. I gotta go look around for scrap metal from this, so I gotta drive to like a scrap metal place and see if they have super cheap metal that I can use. Pyro has a welder and everything, even though I almost broke it. It still works, I swear. So we're gonna weld this up, make it look nice, try to flip it for double what I paid for it. That's the idea. If I can just keep doubling. By the way, guys, so I started That's loud. I started with $125. So if I just double, like double that, and then double again, and then double again, and then double again, and then double again, like 100, 200, 400, 600, that kind of double, but with 125, I should be able to get near $7,000. So in theory, I only need to flip 5 trailers, and then I would be able to get to Serbia. But it's very dodgy and very risky. I'm really pushing the limits of what I can do, like physically, I don't know, mentally, what else, financially. I'm trying to go as fast as I can because I believe that my purpose in this world, I've talked it over with myself, and I decided that my purpose is to try to make as much power as I possibly can, create as much value as I possibly can in the world, and that I have to do that as fast as I can, like speed running the game, basically. That's kind of what we're doing. If you ever played Minecraft, there's this term called speed running, which is you try to go from start to finish as fast as possible, instead of like playing the game sandbox creative mode and just like messing around and having fun. Anyways, I see Pyro right now. I'm gonna wave at Pyro. He's over there. Anyways, guys, I better go. But yeah, trying to go as fast as I can, trying to be a machine, and wish me luck. That's the update for now. Alright guys, so my girlfriend in Serbia, she doesn't have a job, she lives with her parents. So she's been saving up, like whatever, like, what even is the story? It's been so long. All I know is that like the plan was she wanted to like save up as much money as she could, so that like whenever I got to Serbia, she would have something to help me out with, because she wants to help, which is really cute, and one of the reasons why I like her so much. But anyways, I'm getting sidetracked. So she was like, I have $100, and like I talk to her and I tell her how the journey is going and whatever, and she had the idea. She's like, oh, I can send you the $100 that we were gonna use when you got to Serbia. And I was like, that's a good idea. So after a bunch of her doing some like really hard work trying to track down how in the world to send money from Serbia to America, found out that you can use Western Union, and like I guess Walgreens, you can just walk in and use that service. So I got my Walgreens receipt right here, and the $100 that she sent me. So this is the, Lana, if you're watching this, I finally have the $100. And anytime I do like Minecraft live streams or anything, like I'll have like Baguette and me. Baguette will be like helping me out with like resources and whatever, and like working on stuff and like building stuff. He's supposed to be like a good soldier. And Lana always is like watching the streams and she can't like join in. She wants to help but she can't, like and she like, I don't want to get too philosophical, but obviously like just having her support and her believing in me is probably the biggest help that I could ever ask for. So I really appreciate that, and that she cares about me. But I feel like this is like one of the ways that she has like finally been able to like help. So Lana, look, I've got it. I got the paperwork from the, I got your money. It's not Serbian money, it's American money, I know. But I did it. I got it. You helped me finally. It's here. It's really here. This is from Lana. This is actually the first thing that they have, that Lana has like sent me. Like, haven't sent any like letters or anything, because it's all like online stuff. But this is the first like physical thing. Like, I've drawn her pictures and then she would like keep her picture, like, you know, I drew her like a picture of like some flowers and like stuff like that, and then she would like take a picture of that and have someone print that out and like use that. But this is the first time, like, I don't know. Anyways, I'm getting sidetracked, but I wanted to fill in the information because it's kind of a really cool moment for me. I don't think I'm gonna have any time. I said I was gonna go do some trailer stuff. I don't think I'm gonna have any time to go and like get scrap metal and whatever, but I was able to pick up Lana's help, Lana's Lana's donation to the cause, and she's gonna be happy to hear about that, no doubt. So I gotta go and tell her now. Anyways, so I think and after that, I think I'm just gonna go home. I think the scrapyard is closed, so I'll have to just like plan out some stuff for tomorrow. I know this is probably gonna sound not very productive, but honestly, I'll probably just play Minecraft with Pyro. I feel like Jake and G-Tech now, just playing video games when I could be doing something more productive. I know, but I'll think about it. I have to see if there's something more productive to do. I was talking to myself about this today. I was thinking like, you know, like I've proven to myself that I'm willing to do like whatever it takes. Personally, I have like 100% faith in myself in that. And if I feel like there's nothing more I can do, then like I can't really do anything else. And if I feel like there's something I could be doing that would be more useful, I have to jump on it. That's kind of like, I have to make sure my actions align with my beliefs. And so we'll see. I gotta do some research. I gotta tell Lana, but at the end of the day, I think I'm also really hungry. I gotta get home before my body like collapses, because lately I've been having this weird thing where like if I don't eat for a certain period of time or whatever, I don't even know what triggers it, but all of a sudden my whole body just feels weak. It started when I was at Jake's place, Jake Mina with the Minas. One day we went grocery shopping and I was like feeling like super weak, whatever, and I was like, I thought that I'd start eating some food and I'd feel better, but I started eating and I wasn't. And Jake was on the phone with G-Tech at the time, and they were about to try to have a 2-hour conversation. I was like, Jake, I need to get home. And he was like, oh yeah, like you're fine, you have food now. And I was like, no, Jake, and he wasn't listening. So like I took off and I started walking home, but we were like, I don't know, it would have been like a 2 or 3 hour walk, but I'd like, I don't know. So I was like just feeling like really bad physically, which is very concerning. And I've had that sort of like fainting like weakness like come over me a couple of times. It seems to be food related, like maybe if I go a long period without food or something like that. I haven't had any issues with it lately, but I was at Pyro's and like all of a sudden like feeling like super weak, and it just feels like terrible, and I don't know what is causing it. If it's like a I don't want to be a self-diagnosis here, but best I can come up with is like a thyroid issue or something. So like my body's not regulating something properly. I don't know. We're gonna look into that later. Health issues. I got also a tooth that has had a cavity in it for the past like 1.5 years now. And it was scheduled to get dentistry done in Oregon. Like, I don't know, a month or 2 ago was when I was supposed to get it done, but I'm not in Oregon now. That was a long time ago. They scheduled that appointment like 6 months in advance. So I picked up a side quest, and now I'm in Mississippi, and then now I'm in Texas currently. So anyways, I don't know how I got on that side tangent, but health issues. So I'm gonna see, I probably gotta get home really quick and start eating something before my body starts failing me, and I like collapse on the floor and like pass out or something. So I'm gonna go and try to prioritize getting food. After I get food, I'll see what I can do after that point, which might just be playing Minecraft and planning for what to do tomorrow, unfortunately, because I think the scrap place is closed. But anyways, I gotta go. So I'm gonna go tell Lana that I received her help. She's gonna be so excited. And then I'm gonna head home. I'll probably pick up this recording whenever I start working on the trailer again, or something relevant comes up in this story here. Right, so I'm at the junkyard, scrapyard, whatever. See a boat trailer here. Looking for some angle irons that I can get for cheap. I also see like a metal frame here, big old metal trailer frame there. I'm wondering, like, in the future maybe would I be able to utilize some of those. So I'm kind of like keeping my eye on them. I kind of want this trailer here. It's got a cage around it, and I kind of want that cage, or like take the trailer and just try to fix it up. But I don't know. At least for today, I gotta just find some angle iron, which in this trailer it looks like there is some angle iron there. Turn the brightness up for you guys so you can actually see it. I'll let you know what I find. Found some metal grate. This might be good for like a bigger trailer project. Could use for the floor of it, maybe in the future. Alright, we're back at Pyro's. I got this like 25-foot long, what is it? It's just a tube, right? Yeah, it's a tube. And I got this piece here, which is going to be for the front. These two pieces I'm going to cut into little sections and put them all the way around, to give it that 1 foot rise. And I think I'll just do a time lapse of it for you guys. What I'm aiming for is that I cut all this up, I weld it up, I give it the same treatment that I did the little one. So that's basically just going to be, I clean it up, put a floor on it, put a rail around it, paint it black. I'm gonna do the same thing for this one. Gonna put a floor on it, put a rail around it, paint it black. Just clean it up, make it nicer, make it more usable for the next person. And yeah, we'll do a time lapse of that. Hopefully I can get that all done today, but we'll see. Alright guys, so I put wood on it, so you can see now it does have a floor. It has a guardrail around it, and then we have the little one here, and I just thought I'd put them next to each other so you can see like the size comparison difference. So this is the first one that I got, and then this is the second one that I got, and I can't wait to see what the third one that I get is gonna look like. But yeah, the idea is that just like get a bigger trailer, flip it, get a bigger trailer, flip it, get a bigger trailer, flip it. That should be the fastest way for me to get $7,000 to go to Serbia. So got about like an hour and a half of daylight left, but I was gonna go to the store and try to see if I can buy some spray paint for this, see if I can spray paint that tonight so I can post it tomorrow. And like while I'm at work at Walmart, this will be online and people can potentially see it. I estimate it takes usually about a week to 2 weeks to sell something on Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace usually. So that's kind of what I'm expecting. I don't know what I'll do in the meantime. Maybe I'll get a sale. If I get a sale quickly, I can probably like buy another trailer and flip another trailer. But if I don't, I might have to just buy another little tiny trailer and try to flip it in the meantime. But I'm sure that I'll get at least some money for these at some point. When and how much is a difficult question to answer. But yeah, there they are, side by side. Wait 1 second. Okay, just for fun, I thought I'd put the trailer up before I paint it, because I don't want to paint this big trailer and then scuffing it with putting this trailer on it. So thought the best time to try this out would be now. But you can just see, you know, how big. I think it's really fascinating how like this little trailer, and then we got the bigger trailer. I don't know, I get a kick out of that. I wish I had a third trailer that I could put this trailer on top of. But that's for the size comparison, because honestly in the pictures for this trailer, when I saw it, like it's kind of hard to see, like get a feel for just how big this was. Even this one, in the pictures it looked really tiny, but when I got there in real life I was like, whoa, that thing's huge. But then, you know, this thing in pictures, everything in pictures looks a lot smaller. My windmill that I built one time that was like 15 feet tall, you know, that didn't look very big or impressive on camera, but in real life it's pretty big. Same with the hang glider that I made. Hang glider was 30 feet wide, but you know, when I was a kid and I built that first hang glider that was just a really tiny one that didn't work, I built it the size that to me it looked like in movies. And like it was really small. So I don't know if that's just me, but a lot of the times things in like videos look a lot smaller than they do in real life. And yeah, so you can kind of see my handiwork. It's not the best for this big trailer, but I think I've upgraded it because now it's got a floor and it's got rails. So the only other thing it doesn't have is a ramp on the back. I would have liked to make a ramp for it, but that wasn't in the time frame or the budget. So for now, we're just gonna go with this. But maybe in the future for a bigger one, I might do a ramp. I feel like a ramp is imminent. But I gotta go to the store, pick up some paint. Honestly, I don't know. The way it is like, The only reason to try to paint it so fast is so I could try to take pictures before the sun goes down, but there's only an hour and 30 minutes where that happens, and it's probably going to take me quite a while to like tape this up and, you know, paint everything up and go into town, and I also got to get some food and all that stuff. So I don't know, I might have to finish it another day, but just working as fast as I can. So I'm gonna get back to it. Okay, I'm inside. I wasn't able to paint today. I had enough time to paint, but Pyro had an idea, which was a good idea. He said we should try to get rid of all the scrap he has on his property using that trailer, because it's a little too much for him to fit in his pickup, and do that before I paint it. So that's kind of the plan now. So I'll probably be done with the trailer in like 3 days. Get it posted. But while I was like thinking about it, and before I forget like what I was about to say, like I was trying to think like with the whole like flipping trailers idea. I got the idea from Minecraft. I remember I was studying, I have a file on my phone, like trade is how I labeled it. Not money, but it's just trade. Like, how come like we give like one thing for like another thing? And how does that like do a thing? I feel like Isaac Newton or something, like or whatever the guy who's like, if a thing, unless a thing moves, it won't move. Like every action has an equal and opposite reaction. Gravity, apples falling on heads. I don't know my science that much, but that's basically how I felt. Was like, why do we like one thing go from here to here, and they do like a switcheroo trade, and that exchange like does something? Why do that happen? What is science behind this? And so I did like, I was playing Minecraft, and I'm like, how come these villagers like accept emeralds? You know, like what part, what role do I play in like this? Oh, it's like, well, I get the sticks and then I bring them to the villagers and trade for emeralds. Like why do, you know, anyways. The whole point of what I'm trying to say is that basically what gave me this idea was I also tried to study money a lot. I think obviously like when I was young, I'm going to give you the whole rundown here as fast as I can, but basically when I was young, people tell me like, oh, whoa, that's a cool sword you built, like you should sell that. It's like, oh, okay. And so then you know, or like even further back in the day, I bought these mints for like 10 cents a piece, and I'd go and I'd sell them to like kids at school for 25 cents a piece, and I actually was like making some decent money that way. And actually, lesson that I learned there was I told the shop owner that I was selling them for 25 cents a piece to kids, and then I came back the next day and they were 20, like he raised the price to 25 cents a piece, and then I stopped. He probably thought I was going to buy a bunch more and like sell them for more or something, but I didn't think of that. But I learned like not to share that kind of information at those kind of times. But anyways, and that's the earliest memory I have of me like flipping something and like making money or like selling something. But the basic principle is everybody knows. It's like you just like you get a thing and it should cost you this much, and you sell it for a little bit more than that and then profit. And that's like, people get that. Like I got that as a kid, you know, when I was selling candies or trying to sell my swords and whatever. And I like, you know, but and like, you know, looking at jobs and trying to like calculate and do the math and think like efficiencies, like how much do bills cost and how much money is coming in, how much money is going out, where can I like increase in efficiencies, things like that. You know, everybody starts thinking about those things. But I wanted to really like study money and really understand what it is. and understand money as like a skill, not just as like a thing that like you calculate, but like um it's almost like the difference between like pressing buttons on a calculator versus like understanding like why we're even pressing buttons on a calculator. I don't know, it's some like next level thing. Anyway, so understanding money as a skill, and like I realized that without skill with money, then I'm always going to lose money. So thinking of it as in that level instead of just thinking of it as like ones and zeros, and then understanding how I can develop skill and how to develop my skill with money and how to develop a skill with building skills, higher order. And then I wrote the book of skills. Then I studied trade, understanding how trades work. Like I said, I was curious about, like, I didn't understand how like you just move one thing from here to there and all of a sudden like it does a thing, it makes value somehow. Why? How come two people they trade objects? Like, why do people haggle? What's the purpose of like transporting things from one place to another? Like, what does it do? And like kind of focusing on that. And so like understanding trade, understanding like trade routes and like marketplace and bartering and things like that, and how value creation and things like that. I use the analogy of like you find a hammer in the ditch, everybody walks past it every day, they don't care about it, it's worthless. You pick it up, dust it off, refurbish it, now it's all like shiny new looking, and you bring it to some person who can actually like use a hammer, like a roofer, and then they want it, and like it provides value into their lives, and then boom, you just created some value. And normally that value can be expressed in many different ways, not just currency. It could be a barter, it could be like you improve the morale of that person, it could be you built positive rapport with that person, it could be so many different things, improve their lives, get currency in exchange for it, but it creates value. And just understanding how trade and like that stuff works. And then I studied, like, I use Minecraft as an analogy because Minecraft, with the villagers they added and the skills that they can build and trading emeralds, is a brilliant example of how money works, and it is a good tool to study. And so I spent a really long time thinking about money and trade and stuff like that. And so when people like the Minas tell me, like, or like the world says like, oh, you don't understand how money works, you're like, whatever, it's like, I already do. I already probably know how it works more than you do at this point, because I've really gone hard into studying it. But I also see like a higher order of things. I see a bigger picture. I see something that you don't, and I'm working towards that as well. So that's why some of my ideas might seem a little unorthodox. But anyways, so with these trailers, selling these trailers, basically what I thought to myself was, how can I create some value in the world? And then I basically realized, well, I could find trailers that nobody wants anymore, buy them for cheap, clean them up, refurbish them, and then fix them up, make them nice, and then give them to people who do want them. And I can be the middleman. I can be the person who puts the hammer in the right hands, gives it to the roofer, so to speak. And just thinking about those dynamics of like trade and stuff. And that's what I'm really using. I'm not thinking to myself, oh my gosh, I've made tons of money before on this or anything like that. I'm just thinking, well, I know how trade works. I know that you need to like buy low, sell high to create value in the world. That's one thing. And so, I don't know, just thinking that. I'm running out of recording time here, and actually, this will probably be the end of this video. I'll probably make another chapter, which will be me like an update on everything. But this is the start. This episode is the start of me trying to do Walmart and me trying to do the teardrop trailers. So I started my job working at Walmart full time, and I'm also trying to do the teardrops, or not teardrops, sorry. I'm force of habit. I used to try to do teardrop trailers. I'm just doing trailers, trying to flip trailers to get to Serbia. All right, so that's going to be the end for this video. You guys are going to have to stay tuned for the next video to see if I actually sold any of these trailers and how the job at Walmart's going and what else develops. But this is probably already a pretty long video, so sorry that I haven't not been